references to sexual activity, profanity, things that show contempt for other people, hatred, things like that. And then also references to like bodily functions, bodily fluids, and body parts.
And drugs.
And also violence.
Nope, that is not a list of things you're going to find on your kid's TikTok page. That is Ellen Matilla. Then she is giving us a list of the reasons why a vanity license plate could get denied by Idaho's DMV. It's a story we've done before, and usually we do it around the end of the year. But this past weekend, our partners with the Idaho Press, they published the results of a public records request, which included the list of rejected plate requests. Again, not new, but what caught our eye was they included the reasons why someone would want the objectionable plate, and why they were objectionable. It's a great list, I'll tell you. A word of warning, though. This story contains some suggestive references and some mature language, but also some stuff that might make you laugh. People try to push all kinds of creative concepts past the license plate approval process. Some don't even feel like finessing it. Bite me. If you don't like it, too bad. Except bite me is considered a term of hostility from an apparent hostile person. How about 5 large bass? Well, no, it's actually a 5-pound. Get bent could be about catching a fish, or more likely, it's an insult. Anything about hate is an absolute no-go. Hatin' bitin', or even just hate people? No hate. Sure, Idaho girls are fun, but actually those initials, IDGAF1, are viewed as I don't give a. Speaking of Idaho, how about you dream about heaven here on earth? Nope, Idaho. Have an unlawful carnal affection for our current president? Oh, there were about 20 with a reference to that. 1 FJB. That's just a reference to my first job at Benny's Tire Shop. Yeah, probably not. FJB 46. Oh yeah, he's a race car driver, and that's his car number. No, it's not. Besides, she already has a Let's Go Brandon sticker on the window of her truck, so yes, TNA 69 might be your initials and your birth month, except it's also body parts, and there's only 12 months in a year. An RBNASS could be an honor to someone's deceased father-in-law, whose name might be Richard Brennan Nass, or it could be rubbing on a license plate. Some slyly cross into that purview of vulgarity. 310HSSV, supposedly someone's jersey number and address. But unfortunately, the DMV uses a mirror, and that plate says backwards. There's big PP, but you can't have private parts on a plate. And there's Tiny PP from someone who works in the protein and nutrition industry, and our newest brand is Tiny Pea Protein, and I would like to advertise it on my vehicle. Thank you for your consideration. That's it. Kill them with kindness. Only they killed that idea. No references to human anatomy or bodily functions in plate text. Did someone say human anatomy? 531-8008. My favorite live concert of the Grateful Dead at the Metropolitan Center. My favorite song is Althea, which is the 8th song they played. Actually, that reads, well, you can read it backwards. So that won't work. But how about if we hide it on a Boise State plate? Oobies, after all, it's just a nickname. Nice try. On a Boise State plate, it says, well, you guessed it, and you can't have body parts in plate text. How many different Boise State itches made the cut? None. Not even with 2 I's, nor even with 2 T's. On a Boise plate, starting with B, makes it smut. And finally, this person claims they have 7 kids, and each one picked a letter or number randomly to go on a plate. 0 chance that happened, 0 chance you'll get that plate. All right, well, we were told the Department of Motor Vehicles gets more than 100 personalized plate requests a day, and this list, put together by the Idaho Press, shows 256 of them that were turned down. These rules for rejection laid out by the Idaho legislature, by the way. The criteria that you heard earlier, it includes duplicates. Can't have any of those. So they have a computer that looks for those duplicates as well as obvious bad words. After that, it's up to a couple of DMV employees who spend a lot of time on Urban Dictionary and Googling acronyms.